The ASICS Novablast 4 dropped last month, and as an elite marathoner and track athlete, I've already put over 100 miles on these running long runs and workouts. In this video, I'm going to give a complete and honest review of the shoe. I'm just about to unbox them for the first time. These are awesome. They look taller than the previous versions, though I'm not sure that they are. First run in the Novablast 4s in the books. I hit 11 miles and they felt pretty good. Honestly, I'd say the experience was nearly identical to the Novablast 3s. Presenting, whoops. Now, I've run a whole range of paces in this shoe, from 8-minute pace to 7-minute miles of easy running, all the way down to sub 5 minutes in a workout. From short 5-mile runs all the way up to an 18-mile long run, I have a pretty good idea of how this shoe reacts and how it's going to last through the hundreds of miles you want to put on it. I find it vitally important to put the weight in the criteria where it matters. This is how I've broken it down.
The first thing you'll notice is that not every category has the same number of total possible points. Most notably, the midsole contains most of the points. And then I've broken each category into more distinguished categories, which sum to a total of 100 possible points.
The upper scored a perfect score on my criteria. The last shoe had already a very comfortable upper, and they improved it even some more. There's some extra padding on the tongue, and there's a little extra padding too just around where the foot sits in. And honestly, I just never have to think about my foot in the shoe, which is what defines a good upper to me. I haven't had any issues with my foot slipping out. It doesn't seem to rub in any weird way. It locks my foot down great, and there is plenty of padding to make sure that your foot feels very comfortable. Basically, I think that ASICS solved a problem that didn't exist. Their upper was already great and they just made it better. So, A+. The midsole. This shoe has a lot of sole. Like, it's got a lot here. I don't think they made many changes from the Novablast 3 to this one. The foam is the exact same foam, and they may have added 1 millimeter, I think. But yeah, it's the same foam, and the midsole is almost identical. They did change the aesthetic of it, but pretty much like the exact same ride that you got with the Novablast 3. For a trainer, it's pretty high cushioned, though there are other trainers that have significantly more squish and cushion in it. I would describe the midsole of the Novablast 4 to be a little bit more firm and responsive than Ultra Max cushioned. But don't get me wrong, it is still plenty cushioned and has a very tall stack height in the heel. Speaking on durability, this is what it looks like after 100 miles of workouts and long running on it already, and I have not been able to notice really any change in the foam, and it feels almost identical now as it did at the beginning. And also, having run several hundred miles in the Novablast 3, I feel confident in saying that these are very durable shoes and will last easily the 500 miles you hope to get out of a pair of daily trainers. And this shoe does have more response than most trainers you're going to get. It actually really comes alive. When I ran my workout, I ran an alternating progressive run where I was able to close in a sub 5-minute mile in 4:57.
Today I am running a workout in the Novablast 4. This will be a great test to see how they perform. I will be getting down to about 5:10 pace by the end. Good opportunity to see how they feel at a bit of a faster pace. Just finished the workout in the Novablast 4s, and I actually closed that last mile in 4:57, and the shoes felt pretty good. I would note that they feel softer than the 3s, but generally speaking, you can roll pretty good in these, especially for a trainer. Very pleased. It was a good run with it.
Honestly, in these shoes, it didn't feel too bad. Now, it's no super shoe with super foam or carbon plates, but for a trainer, it's one of the fastest trainers I've ever run in. But I probably wouldn't run anything besides up to threshold pace in these shoes. And kind of for that reason, I find this to be a perfect long run shoe where you can roll a little bit if you'd like, and they're gonna be plenty durable and soft for a lot of miles. The outsole. I gave it almost a perfect score, but I had to take a little bit away from the traction. Now, I do think they actually improved the traction on the Novablast 4 from the Novablast 3 and 2. It seems like it has a little bit more definition, and there is a decent amount of thickness on there. So durability-wise, I don't think you're gonna be at a shortage for that outsole material, but the traction could be better. Almost any trail shoe or anything with more definition has better traction. I have done at least one run in the snow, and it had not the best traction in that, but I mean, what do you expect in the snow? The whole shoe, this is a light shoe. This is awesome. This is definitely lighter than the Novablast 2, and it feels very similar to the Novablast 3. And as far as the aesthetic goes, I would say it's a good looking shoe. I like the little pattern. Sorry, it doesn't matter what it looks like. With all that said, I give this shoe a score of 88. It's a great score. It's a really, really good shoe, and I highly recommend it to anybody that wants to wear it. Do I recommend that you buy it? That depends. Here are some things to consider. This shoe just dropped, and so it sells for $140. But the Novablast 3 is still on sale, and there is still a very large supply of them, and they're selling for just $100 just about everywhere. In my opinion, the Novablast 3 and the Novablast 4 are nearly identical, and I don't really see a good reason to go up to purchase the Novablast 4 at this point, unless you just really want a slightly better upper and 1 extra millimeter of cushion. Besides that, they really feel like the exact same shoe. They didn't really make many modifications in this iteration like they did from the 2 to the 3. So just go buy the Novablast 3s. They are great. You can save $30 or $40. Overall, after running in workouts, base mileage, and long runs, I will likely not use this for workouts, though it can work well for threshold type paces or slower, but I will continue to use this for long runs as it does allow you to run at a good moderate clip and has plenty of cushion to save your legs for long runs. But I would probably save that I'm feeling a little bit more tired to use a shoe that's a little bit more max cushioned. It is a fantastic shoe, and I do love the Novablast 4, but still my reigning favorite shoe is the ASICS Novablast 2. I just really like the foam they used in this shoe much better and wish they didn't change to this one. Some people like the lighter, more responsive foam than this one, which is a little bit more dense and squishy. That's gonna do it for my review for the Novablast 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of video, go ahead and leave a like and a suggestion for what shoe you think I should try next. Thanks for watching.